Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the database management system, session 4. Just we go for a brief discussion of the previous classes. DBMS stands for Database Management System. DBMS is a software system for creating, organizing, and managing the database. It provides an environment to the user to perform operations on the database for creation, insertion, deletion, updating, and retrieval of information or data. This we already discussed in the previous sessions. The basic definitions for the DBMS. DBMS for Database Management System. For use of DBMS, it is a collection of information for organizing and managing the database. There we can performing the creations, that is a new database tables are created, and insertion the data, and removing, that is called as a deletion, and updating, so and so. What is a data? It is a collection of information that should be a facts and the figures. A collection of raw facts and the figures, raw materials that can be processed by any computing machine. A collection of facts from which the conclusions may be drawn. Data can be represented in the form of numbers and words which can be stored in the computer language. That is, you can write as a name, numbers, and name with space. These are the examples. What is an information? It is a systematic and meaningful form of data. Knowledge acquired through the study or experience. Information helps human beings in their decision making. That is like A, B, C, D, A to Z, and 1 to 10. Whatever the knowledge you are acquiring from the words or the numbers, that we call it as a information. What is a database? A safe keeping of logical related and informational and similar data. An organized collection of related information so that it can be easily be accessed, managed and updated. Examples like dictionary, airline database, database library, railway timetable, and YouTube information. See, when the database means, you can take an example of the dictionary, because we lost some, we find a word, we are not getting the meaning, then we search for the dictionary. That is placed in order of systematically. The first letter is A and ending with the Z. Whatever the words we are having, that will be placed in the dictionary. Like the database library, also the same thing. You can identify the word where we can find in the library. Like here also, the database means it is a collection of information for related to the data table. Like if you are collecting a student information, the student table will have the information. If you are collecting the employee, the information all will be placed in the employee database. There we can store safe keeping information. What is a DBMS? A set of programs to access the internet related data. DBMS contains information about a particular enterprise's computerized record keeping system, provides convenient environment to user to perform the operations like creation, insertion, deletion. So who are the database users? Database users on the user interfaces are Navi users, application programs, sophisticated users and specialized users. See the diagram. The internal schema, it will be stored in the database. The concept for external schema 2 and external schema 3. These three we call it as a Navi users, application programs, sophisticated users and specialized users. Navi users means the general users maybe use the data or they want to be see the data, how the data information is stored. And application programs, those who are developing the programs, they calling as a application users. And sophisticated users, they are uh, think whether the data is correct or not. And specialized users, they see whether the information is working in different areas or not. Like example, like a banking applications. If you take SBI card, we are using in Access ATM, it is working. There the data will be hiding, some of the data will be hiding and showing in the Access banks. That is where you place in the same SBI ATM, it's showing more options. That is called as a specialized users. Database administrator. We already discussed the database administrator. Administrator means maintaining the database. Their schema definitions, storage structures, and access method definition, schema and physical organization modification, granting and authorization for data access, routine management. Where the database administrator manage all levels of DBMS models. The main important of the database administrator is to manage the database applications and keep storing in a structured format, and they can give the access permissions to the users, and they can give the authorization to access the data. Now today's topic is three levels of architecture. The three levels of architecture is also called as a ANSI or Spark architecture or the three schema architecture. This framework is used for describing the structure of the specific database systems. In this architecture, the database schemas can be defined at three levels explained in the next slide. See here the three levels of architecture. One is external layout view. Second one is the level conceptual, and third one is the internal schema. In actional layout view, we can see the final users. Those who are accessing the information is called as actional layout schema. And the level conceptual, we have a conceptual schema, that is the rules or the procedure that comes under the level conceptual. There we can see what information has to be shared by the users, what information should be hidden by the users, that will be identified in the level of conceptual. In the internal schema, we are storing the information based on the structure where they can access the information. The actional view, this is called as the top level view, the highest data abstraction. This level is concerned with the user. Each actional view schema describes the part of the database that a particular user is interested in and hides the rest of the database from the user. There can be an n number of external views for the database where n is the number of users. For example, account department may only be interested in the student fees details. It would not be expect to have any interest in the personal information about the students. All the database users work on external level of DBMS. So now the external view is the top level view. Here the external view is the user's view, what the information they need, because we cannot see all the information to the users, so that they cannot use this. They can go for the paperwork, they can go for the books, or they can go for the lectures, or they can go for the any related storage of files. Here our view is to easy the process, they can collect the correct information and fast. Suppose we go for the example of student, they need only the marks and the attendance, but the student, they did not get their information what they required, that is their information of the collection, like a name, father name, date of birth, all they know don't know, because they already know. They need only the attendance and the internal and external marks. Those who go for the office, the user comes for the office, they need the student name and his fees, how much he paid and what is the pending. That is the office section. For other faculty or the head of the departments, they need student name, father name, phone number, and his status of the studies. That is here the external view means based on the user it will be changes. Like you go for any application or any software application, like a banking or reservation system. We all know about the banking system. We go for example for the bus reservation. What they need for reservation, a people, what they need traveler name, from which location to which location they want, and what is the fare, and print the ticket, that printing the reserved seat. That is only the his requirement. So we are collecting the information. Based on the collection, we are giving the user's requirement by using the commands of select, insert or modification that we discussed in the lab session. Next one is conceptual view. This level is in between the user level and the physical storage view. There is only one conceptual view for single database. It hides the details of physical storage structure and the concentrates on describing the entities, data types, relationships, user operations, and constraints. In conceptual view, how it will be storage in the database, what structure they follows, what are the entities, that means what are the fields we required, and what are the data types like a name, number, and etc. And making the relationship, like suppose custom student id and the student name, we make that is the relationship because the id is related to the student name. We are identifying the relationships and performing the operations. Based on the operations we can find the constraints. Constraints means you can add or delete or multiplication or something. The constraints means we can call it as a schema or the rules. The operation should be performing on the database. That will be done in the conceptual view. That is, here the conceptual view is a middle of the three levels architecture. It will see the users level and the database storage level. Internal view, it is the lowest level of data abstraction. It has the knowledge about the software and the hardware. At this level, it keeps the information about the actual representation of the entire database. That is, the actual storage of the data on the disk in the form of records or blocks. It is close to the physical storage method. The internal view is the view that tells us what data is stored in the database and how. At least the following aspects are considered at this level: storage allocation, access paths, etc. The internal view does not deal with the physical devices directly. Instead, it views a physical devices as a collection of physical pages and allocated space in terms of the logical page. So here the internal view has a data abstraction. That means it have a definition to store the patterns or the records in an entire databases. Like example, you can go for the dictionary. There we have following the pattern, that is the A or AB, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L up to the Z. The letters what starts with the A will be placed in the starting. After that AB will be placing. After that up to the ending, defining the Z letters. So that is the storage of entire database that represents the schema, that is the procedure where the data can be stored. The internal view, like we have to see the internal view to tells about the storage of data, how you can alternate or how you can storage allocation, and what are the access points we require. Access points means reading, writing and modification, at which time you can be auto storage procedure. All will be comes under the internal view. It can be physical views or physical phases, or physical allocated spaces will be the logical phases, where we can deal with the internal part, not for the physical devices. So working with the three levels architecture, we have three layers, three levels, that is a presentation tier, logical tier and data tier. The presentation tier, see, the topmost level of the application is the user interface. The main function of the interface is to translate the task and the results to something the user can understand. In the diagrammatic, we can see the get sales total or get sales total. We get the result is 4 total sales. In the logical layer, this layer coordinating the application process, commands, make logical decisions and evaluation and perform calculations. It also moves and processes the data between the two surrounding layers. So get list of all sales made last year and add all sales together. This the process will be comes from the top layer to the down layer. In the data tier, the first part they are asking the get sales total. In the middle layer, logical layer, it giving the questionnaire form to the data tier. In the data tier, here the information is stored and retrieved from the database or the file system. The information is then passed back to the logic tier for processing and then eventual back to the user. That query which comes into the database, where you can get the storage and return back the form of the result is in a presentation layer. So the users, we have a view 1, view 2, view 3, three users are there. They are asking the questions, that is a queries that will be comes under the conceptual schema. There we can connect it with the physical schema. There we make as a mapping of the questionnaire and return back the results. Like example, you are using as a Google search, the users of different location areas, they can use their questionnaire and the database. The answers will be given in a written format. That is the level of database architecture. Generally, you can go for any university database. The external schema is the course information, like customer ID string, customer name is the string, or the student information, like a student ID and the student name. The concept schema, student ID, name, login, age, and the courses means course ID, course name, and credits and enrollment. Relations stored as unordered files, index of on first column of the student. This is actually where the concept schema collecting of information. First it is a unordered files, then when you are assigning a roll numbers, then it should be in a ordered list. And the physical schema is just the storing of information as we see. So three levels, we have a simple example. External view, we have a, like employee number and the last name. In the conceptual view, we are creating a table. We are collecting the information in a table format. Employee number, father first name, last name, date of birth, salary, branch name, and some so and so. In the internal view, we are making as a schema, that is the structure. Employee with the integer of employee number, integer branch number, character of first name, character of last name with the size of 15, structure date of birth, float salary, structure employee, so on. So each user should be able to access the same data but have a different customized view of the data. User should not have to deal directly with the physical database storage details. The DBA should be able to change the database storage structure without affecting the user's view. The internal structure of the database should be unaffected by changing to the physical access of the storage. The DBA should be able to change the conceptual structure of the database without affecting all users. The internal structure of the database should be unaffected by the changes to the physical aspects of the storage. The DBA should be able to change the conceptual structure of the database without affecting all users. So, as the part of the architecture level, in the internal structure, it is only collecting information and place it for the top level users. They cannot change because some users asking something and some users asking something. The first user asking something, he can change the database, then automatically the second user will not get the information. So whatever we are storing there, we can collect from the user requirements and sending to the user, but not the changes affected in the database. The collection of information is as the same, only the requirement or the questionnaire by the user we are giving in the form of user requirements. There we are using the query commands. The main important of conceptual structure is without affecting the users information, we are giving the database. This all will be seen by the database administrator, where there is no changes occurred in the physical assets of the database storage. Mapping. Mapping is the key for providing the data independency. Data independency is the capacity to change the schema at one level without having to change the schema at the next higher level. Two types of data independencies are logical data independency, physical data independency. Logical data independency provides the external and conceptual mapping, ability to modify conceptual schema without changing external views, application programs. Changes to conceptual schema may be necessary whenever the logical structure of the data base changes due to the changed objects. Adding a data item to schema, adding price of a part to part table, adding project table to the supplier part database. Where here the logical data independency work on the mapping of the concepts in the database. There you can ability to see the external views as well as the application programs without changing. Like example, you can go for the students, where the student enter their hall ticket number and click on the submit button, we will get the information of the student. That is, we call it as an external view. For student, whatever the information they need, they can show on that actional view. For the office side, they are entering the hall ticket ID number and pressing the submit button. They can get the information regarding the fee structure. That is the mapping is very important for the database independency. There we can use the logical means whatever they require, they can use the mapping of that particular information. Physical data independency provides the conceptual or internal mapping, ability to internal or the physical schema without changing. Here we can see the conceptual or view level schema, the application programs. Changes to the physical schema may be necessary to improve the performance of the retrieval updates. Achieving the logical data independence is more difficulty than the physical data independency because the application program heavily rely on the logical structure of the data they access. So here the physical means the present what the requirements, the view level schemas will be displaying. There we cannot get the modifications, just we will give the retrieval informations or updates. The part of this physical data independency will be in between the conceptual and the internal mapping. See the diagram, we will show you the see here the diagram tells you the physical independence and the logical independency will be in between the level conceptual and the internal schema, where the logical means it will be in between the actional layout view or the level concept view. The actional layout, he asking the queries, they get the information where it will be in the level conceptual. It is mapping in the level conceptual. Whatever the data is asking by the users actional vision or the vision, not only one, they can ask the n users, that is multiple number of users will be asking the questionnaire form. It will be accepted in the level of conceptual only. There you can get the logical independency and giving the schema or the rules to transfer the internal schema. The physical independence will be in between the logical conceptual as well as the internal schema. Here it forming the data in a physical independency where the data will be stored accordingly the table format. The mapping will be done in between the table itself, like a student ID, student name, marks, fees, total fees, and so on. So not only the students, we can go for any application. The physical schema means the present information where you can be added here. The physical means the data collection of information stored in the database is called as a physical presentation, whereas the logical presentation means in the physical data presentation we are picking some of the data only, that is called as a logical presentation. That sum of the data is called as a questionnaire by the user, that will be selected by the level of conceptual. The gathering of information is also very important because we have to be see the vision of the external users or the final users, what their requirement. The example, you can see the Google, you can ask any question, they are giving some answer to you. In rare cases only they are not did not found the questionnaire. In the search box we are typing something, then giving some lot of websites for getting the information. Like here also the database where you can search for the information, it will be kept in the database information system. The information where you are already stored, then only that information will be placed to the user level or the final users. If you are collecting information, we are not sharing information, then no one can access the information, then automatically your database will be no use. So here totally today discussion of three levels of architecture is also called as ANSI SPARC architecture. The three levels is external layout view, conceptual, level conceptual and internal schema. This is how the database is working, the three levels of architecture. So first one is the users level, what the users thinking, they will send the information, they will ask the questionnaire and it will be comes to the conceptual schema. There they collecting the questionnaire in the form of information, then it will send to the physical schema. In conceptual schema and physical schema we are using the conceptual mapping, where you are collecting the information from one to another by the based on the questionnaire format. And today's also we completing the mapping. They we use two types of mapping, logical data independency and physical data independency. Independency means they have their rights. There we can use the physical independence and the logical independence. Logical independence means whatever we are having the database that have to rights to logically collecting the information is called as a logical data independency. Independence means rights. Who have a rights? If I am storing the database, I have a rights to access my database. I can change the database. That is called as a data independency. Data independency is the capacity to change the schema at one level without having to change the schema at the next higher levels. If I am collecting the information, I can change. That is, I have a capacity, I have a rights. That's we call it as a independency. Where here the physical data independency means we can see the database, we cannot have the changing rights, only we can enter the information only. The physical data independency is a modified internally or physical schema without changing. In between this, the physical data independency in between the conceptual view or the view level schema. because the application programs heavily really on the logical structure of the data they access. So these are the three level architectures and two types of data independencies we have seen today. So go for tomorrow, we have another section. Thank you.